right, let's start up with the deck. All right, so we're back on the Mana Symbol channel. Gonna play a little bit of this 80-card Urzablade deck from Contra Ego, who is one of the greatest sort of consistent players of Urza decks. So Urza Lorehead Artificer, of course, is one of the super powerful, hyper oppressive cards from Modern Horizons 1 that everyone hates and is clearly overpowered. And you should just know that whenever you register this card, people are going to be angry about it because it's so overpowered. Oh my god, I can't believe they printed this card. In actuality, Urza is fine. Urza is a reasonable card, but Modern Horizons 2 has really shown that Urza is a completely medium card. That said, he does have a combo with Thopter Foundry and Sword of the Meek, which in themselves are a powerful combo in this deck. So they allow you to convert mana into 1/1 Thopters and life, and then if you have Urza on top of that, you can go infinite, gain infinite life, make infinite 1/1s, and cast every spell in your deck, in theory. On Magic Online, we won't be doing that because it's way too many clicks, but, you know. And this is one of my favorite kinds of artifact decks. It's like a mid-range deck that's not emphasizing the combo. To wit, we have Stoneforge Mystic, which can get your Sword of the Meek, but it can also get Sword of Fire and Ice, Nettle Sister, Kaldra Compleat. We've got a one of Muddle the Mixture, which for those who don't know this card, it has Transmute, similar to Teleria West. That's the most often used Transmute card in Modern. This can get you any 2 costs out of your deck, which includes the Thopter Foundry or Sword of the Meek, so that can complete your combo, as well as can counter an instant or sorcery. We've got some Thought Monitors, Ingenious Smith, Esper Sentinel, Portable Hole, Thraben Inspector, Toolbox artifacts for our Urza Saga. We got some Baubles, we got some Prismatic Endings, we got Metallic Rebuke, so all sorts of artifact silver bullets, all sorts of blue-white interaction, and yeah, so off we go into a Modern League and see where we can go. Urza exploited the power of Mox Opal. Yeah, basically. Like, I think so, Alazik. So I've played decks like this before, usually in 60-card variations, and sometimes Thought Monitor gets stuck in your hand and it really sucks. And Thought Monitor is not a very impressive card when you're spending 3 or 4 mana on it. It's basically just Muldrifter, and other than in Elementals, Muldrifter is not really a playable Modern card, so I see why you would shy away from Thought Monitor. I've had the same reaction. What are your thoughts on a theoretical card, Darksteel Astrolabe, 1 mana artifact, Metalcraft, tap, add 1? Huh. I don't know, Jig. It needs Indestructible, first of all. But 3 and 80 cards is really low odds. I mean, sure, but it's also a really powerful card when you draw it, but you don't want to draw too many of them. Like, I get it. Like, it's not even that low odds, right? Like, it's higher odds than playing 2 and 80 cards. It's lower odds than playing 3 and 60 cards, right? So it's not that bad. And again, it's like, it's not a card you need to draw early, especially in this deck. And even when you draw it in the mid game, sometimes it's not going to be that good if you've been getting attrition down by something like Jund. Yeah, this looks like a keep, even on the draw. Sorry, let's get to the thing. Supermin is my opponent. Hey, man! You're playing Magic the Gathering! Gotta love me some King of the Hill. Tron! Oh god, it's probably the real Tron deck too, huh? Okay, well, This is not actually a problem for us anytime soon. So I think we can just play Razortide Bridge. Hopefully they have to play something on 2. Your Hammer opponent boarded out of being a Lurrus deck to play Gideon, ally of Zendikar. That's, oh, it's E-Tron. Okay, this is way less dangerous. Although my hand is kind of not lining up so much. But I have its Fairy to set back the Chalice. So as long as they don't have Natty-Tron, I should be in an okay spot. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to grab Sword of the Meek here, since I already have Urza in my hand. Although I'm sure there's some argument from just like, but what if they don't have removal? Like, just grab the Kaldra Compleat. This Kaldra Compleat forces the removal. It also really messes with like Reality Smashers and lots of cards they can't have. And like obviously they could just have TKS here and take my Kaldra Compleat, but then at least they're not taking my Urza. So Natty Tron. Oh, so Karn. Okay, this is all totally reasonable things. Just E-Tron things. Don't worry about it, guys. Yeah, I know I did Kaya, but it's also going to take a lot of turns. And, like, if they had the other draw, where they had, like, I don't know, Smasher and... I don't know. And we only play one sword, so if they had TKS me there, I would be down the only Sword of the Meek. You have multiple artifacts. Oh my god, right, Karn shuts down my lands. We're done. Alright, we're out of here. I don't care what you get, opponent. We're dead. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for saving me time there. Yeah, Karn the Great Creator is going to be a beating against this deck. There's 8 artifact lands, and unfortunately I drew 2, which is supposed to be a good thing, but not there. I don't really want Engineered Explosives, but I do want Fateful Absence. There's not much in this sideboard I'm like particularly interested in. Like I could have the... I don't want Damping Sphere at all. I don't think Damping Sphere against the Tron deck is going to be that good here. I think Counterspell maybe, but... You want the Wet Ball? Seriously? Holy crap, you want to board a lot here. Well, I know Relic's bad, but, like... Still, like, we just boarded in, like, 8 cards. I don't want the Wet Ball in. Like, the Wet Ball... Like, I know they just had Natural Tron, but, like... I don't know. I don't think I like Wet Ball at all here. There's, like, I don't... Alright, well, I guess I can cut portable holes for the most part. Spectre's medium. I mean... I just feel like I'm going to run out of, like... Well, I would not run out of, but I'm just, like, not going to have any game, like, early game, but maybe I just don't need it. We don't need Sword of Fire and Ice, really. It's okay on a flyer, but... Alright. This is a hand. Got 2 Inspector and a Drum. Eh. Matter Shaper. Love it. Yeah, I don't have anything better to do here than play Damping Sphere. Hey, look! Turn 3 Tron. It's a good thing I brought in those Damping Spheres, huh? Yeah. Probably should have played the Citadel here. In fact, I think I definitely should have played the Citadel here. Yeah. Seachrome Coast would have come in untapped next game. Hey, Jacob. I wasn't able to get my stream up before you ended, but I saw that you rated Sergeant Snuggles, and he is a good human being, as far as I can tell, so. Nice 5-0, friend. Bonjour. Bonsoir. It's quite late at night if you're in Europa. Yeah, the deck seemed to be doing all the things you wanted it to do. Does anyone want a Pithing Needle Urza Saga here? On the East Coast, okay. Kind of want a Pithing Needle Urza Saga here. Yeah, I remember. Is it your brother that lives in Europe, or did he live in America and you're there now too? I can't remember how it worked. Is it crazy to needle Saga? I don't think that it is. Although maybe I should proactively needle Karn, since I'm about to play an artifact land. I don't think I really care about them having a couple crappy constructs. Karn or Blaststone. Yeah, Blaststone was the other one I was thinking of. I just don't... Like, I don't have enough things on 1 or 2, and it's hard for them to get Blaststone on 0. I don't think E-Tron can voluntarily get their Blaststone on 0. So I missed a point of damage there by not playing the Shadowspear before combat, because I assumed they were going to block anyway, which they didn't. Oh, really, Paulsur? I mean, it happens, right? I've had those challenges, too. People forget. Forget that hiding. They had Blaststone in hand. Okay. So, not going to bother equipping Shadowspear. But we will go... Teferi. And this forces them to Blaststone now? Because otherwise I'm attacking for lethal. I'm not going to be able to play Metallic Rebuke. I was planning on being able to do that, and I won't be able to. I don't think I'm actually that worried about it. They have to crack Blaststone now, just to live, which means they go down a land. They were maybe planning to... Oh, right. Okay, this is kind of good for me anyway. Okay, now I can cast Metallic Rebuke. So most things that can happen here are much better for me. This denied them the ability to crank the Blast Zone. They get a map. Okay. Yes, and... Yeah, that's... Okay. Nice when that happens. So always bored in the damping spheres. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing from the universe. Zach, you're a nice guy. Is the PTQ an hour before the challenge? I believe so, because the challenge on Sunday is usually at 7 a.m. and for me, and I believe the PTQ is going to be at 6 a.m. for me. So, I believe that's the case, yes. I think I'm keeping this hand with the Bauble. The fact that we're on the draw makes me want to keep this. All right. I'm going to keep the Bauble in case I draw... What am I keeping in case of? Is this serious with the freaking... Again with this? All right, I'm not keeping the Bauble anymore. Matter Shaper. Oh god, no. Well, I wasn't talking to you, Siri. I was saying sorry. Jeez. It's like you always listen to me. Or never listen to me. Whatever. Okay, no Natty Tron. That's nice. So... Smith. Pick up Bauble. Bridge. Trigger. Pass the turn. I think this is an okay play. Like, anything big and horrible that's about to happen is going to happen anyway. Man, I hope they don't draw a Karn, though. And a land for it. Okay. So from here on out, we need to counterspell Karn. We need to be in a position where we will be ready to counterspell Karn. Yeah, Kaya, I wasn't even thinking. I'm a garbage player. This is my first match of the day, and as is usual for me, I started doing things without thinking about it, because I was like, yeah, this is obviously the thing to do, and was not. Yeah, we're winning so far, Mike. Are they going to Warping Wail this? It's very much okay if they do. Yeah, that's fine by me, opponent. It's like the other day when I was playing against Belcher, and I let their ritual resolve because I was like, yeah, I'll just counter the next ritual because 3 mana is not enough for them to cast Belcher. And then they cast Blood Moon, and I lost on the spot. Because I forgot that they're a 4x Blood Moon deck in the main deck, usually. But game 1, they had turn 2'd me. So, I hadn't really even had time to think about how dead I might be. Really? Okay, this is all going very well. So, do this to trigger the Smith. So if I play Stoneforge and they crank this, and then they draw a land and then they pop it, they kill Smith and Stoneforge, which means... whatever Stoneforge gets me... So basically, Stoneforge is getting me Nettle Cyst if I play it now. Or I can just ending their Chalice and keep winning this race comfortably. Okay, this is an okay way to end a chalice. So let's do that. All according to Kaikaku. I don't know what that is, telling cat, but I'm sure it's true. I could bauble to see if they got a land on top. I already played an artifact this turn, and I kind of didn't want to waste... Like, because I can keep triggering Smith for free every turn right now. Which maybe isn't worth as much as I am acting like it is. If they have this into freaking Karn, I'm going to lose it, but... And because I didn't play the Bauble, I can't also play Metallic Rebuke this turn and Dispatch. What are the chances they also have Karn in hand? You let this resolve? Alright. Do I dispatch it now, though? Because if I do, then I can't counter the Karn. But, yeah. So we have to do nothing here. They take one of my counterspells. If they have a Karn in hand, they'll take the counterspell, and then they'll pass through the turn. They take the Stoneforge. They do not have a Karn. Apparently they don't have to take the Dispatch, Kaya. This doesn't make me more dead, so... It's bold. It's a bold play, Kaya. See if it works out for them. I mean, they theoretically have me on, like, 0 threats, right? Because they've got this hanging out. Hello. So if I play Wet Ball now, they have a maximum of 4 mana next turn, which means they have to use everything except for 3 to crack the Blast Zone. But that leaves me in a really bad spot, so we're not going to do that. They kind of already have to set up the Blast Zone. The thing is, it would also kill my Smith, Kaya, which is why I didn't do it. I don't think it's worth it because of that fact alone. Oh god, they just got Cavern. Wait, but this means they're playing a creature. This is fine. Any creature they play is fine. In a bad spot if they go Karn and uptick? You mean double Karn, right? I don't understand. Any creature? Oh, yes, yes. If they have Big Mama. We're incredibly dead to Big Mama. But I don't think that there's ever been a game of Magic the Gathering where one of the players wasn't dead to Emrakul at most points. Oh, yes, yes, if I tapped out for Sphere. Well, I think there's a ton of stuff that punished me if I tapped out for Sphere. We're looking for another dispatch or similar. That's not similar. Or good at all. I did not play an artifact before combat. Okay, good. They're popping this proactively. What? Seriously? Okay, we might be able to steal this game. This is lethal. I hope you have an answer. I should have gone for the extra point of damage before combat, but can't fix it now. Opponent goes map into Radiant Fountain. 5 and 3 Heathen King, which is good enough for 23rd place. Make sure you sack itself. Oh, that would have been the smart thing to do, yeah. Thanks, Kaya. Second Smasher? Oh, well, can't beat that one. Alright. It did not matter at all. Like, there was basically no way that that extra land was going to matter in any direction. Like, the game was so close to the end there. Like, yes, if I top deck Urza and if they hadn't killed me, and they had the removal spell for one of my Thopters, but missing the damage was already a bigger problem than sacking the wrong thing there. Missing the point of damage was much, much worse than the... Who put on Saint Anger? This is much worse than I remember it being. Oh god, I can't. I'm sorry, Hands. If you really like that song, screw you. Everything about it is awful. Yeah, it should have sacked the Thopter Foundry to itself there. That was a silly punt. Silly and obvious. I've played this deck before. I'm just playing it like crap right now. I've played many decks like this before. Lovely drums, though. Ah, yes. I need... Yeah, I don't have another land number 3, so we gotta lead on bridge here and pass. I'm super curious about a prison deck that plays 4 Needle and goes for the fetch lands. I mean, I feel like there's... Like, Prismatic Ending is a real problem for your concept. Esper Stoneblade. Okay. So, if I portable hole this and they have an ending, then we can needle it afterwards. So, I think this is the right way to sequence this. Yeah, what do you do when you run in against like one of the spike decks that's only playing like 4 fetches? I mean, it's a cute idea, but like Mana Bass. Bam, 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 bam. So, is there anything that I should be proactively Pithing Needling against Esper stuff? Anyone? Probably not, huh? Teferi? Yeah, I guess. Hive of the Eye Tyrant? No, I think I'm okay. What is this? 4 mana to become a 3/3 with Menache? I think I'm okay. I think we'll be fine. What? What are you learning? Environmental science. Love it. Yeah, Menache. Pretty sure that's how you say that word. It was the replacement for Fear and Intimidate. I'm sad that Intimidate didn't stick around. I mean, I also love Fear, but... the word is menace, Elazic. I just frequently mispronounce it as Menache because I think it's funny. Menache! Oh, what? Vindicate? You suck. Yes, this is your kind of place, Jacob. You are welcome here, my friend. Oh, we have Sword of the Meek. They just took a Thopter Foundry out of my hand. Does that mean they're worried about it? Did you hear Smash Mouth retired, broke up? I mean, I assume I heard that years ago, so I'm shocked that they were still together now. Have you seen the meme of Vindicate that just says indicate? I have not. But that makes me smile. You never know if you don't go wow, 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 wow. Wow. I guess I should have played the Pithing Needle for an extra point of damage. I'm not worried about it. Hey, look, we won. Alright, give me 1 second. Only shooting stars break up no more. All right. All right. So Dispatches back again, and Pithing Needle. Probably don't need Relic. Probably don't need Muddle. You, Soren Markov. This Gerard. I love it. I love a good meme. All right. Let's go down a drum. No, Thraben. Sure, why not? Woo. Well, last time I kept the one lander, it worked out. This one has a Bauble and a fetch, so let's go. There's also a lot of artifact lands in this deck, so like that one. Hey, how's it going, East Via? Vija? Vija. East Vija. Do you like the way more say it? So in Unfinity, do you think we get a joke about Ren and 11, but it's 11 from Stranger Things? No. God, I hope not. But I'm an angry old, bitter old man. So. Like, 11's already a card now. It doesn't, we don't need another thing that makes in a Magic, no. Oh. You know what? This doesn't look like Stoneforge Mystic, but apparently it is. Weird. Yes, that's why it's funny. It's not funny! Keep your non-magic properties out of my beautiful, pure magic property that definitely didn't rip off Arabian Nights or all of fantasy at large nonstop. Joyce Byer? Oh, is that the mom? Is that the missing kid's mom? Yeah. Played by some reasonably famous 90s actor? No Lord of the Rings modern set? I mean, I hate it. It's coming. It is real and it's happening, but I hate it. Winona Ryder? There you go. See? Reasonably famous 90s actress. Female actor. That's Winona Ryder, right? Just so we're all clear. I know the actual name of the actress. Oh, I know Carrion Lich. I mean, I mentioned it. I'm just saying, I like that they normally, like, yes, Magic is a ripoff of other properties, but normally it's in a way that's a little bit more, unique, I guess is the word that I don't want to use. I don't want to use the word unique. It's more creative. Sure, let's call it that. It's not like we just did the thing. It's we did the thing, but we subtle, maybe. Creative. Yes, creative. Let's call it creative. Yeah, it's using its own mythos and environment, right? People have done metal worlds before, but Mirrodin is a uniquely magic metal world. People have done sort of Mad Max fantasy barbarian worlds before, I'm sure. And that was Onslaught block. Like, Magic tends to do its own versions of these things, and I think that's cool. And when it just uses the other person's thing, it's like, I mean, it's fine, I guess. But, like, I don't know. That's a statement I would not feel comfortable to make, but I'll let one of the many doctors who occasionally hangs out in my stream comment on that particular comment. It's a collaboration? I mean, it's not like Magic's gonna appear in Fortnite, so is it? And I don't think that they have anyone from the other game help design the card. So... this is good for the game. I agree it's good for the game's growth and health in general. I just hate it. I've hated many things that are good for the game's growth and health. That's why I don't normally bring this up. I didn't bring this up. I'm just stating my opinion on these things as I hate them. Right. I agree with you, Jiggy. I agree with all the things. Should I have pushed more damage? I should have. Anyway, right, and that's awesome, Daemora. Esper Charm to draw 2 cards. Resolves. Man, their deck is all over the place. Their deck screams 101. Whoa! Well, that is messed up. I sure hope this resolves. Yeah, Innistrad, I don't know if you actually are paying attention, though, Carrion Lich. There's been a shocking number of spells in Innistrad that have been heavily impactful on Modern. Consider is ridiculous. And obviously, Consider should have happened in the original, or in the third Ravnica block, but it didn't. And now it did, and that's a big deal. Faithful Mending is a big deal. And then Otherworldly Gaze may, at some point, continue to be some amount of deal. I'm just surprised by how good the spells were. I'm also surprised by how bad the flashback spells were on average. You remember the Gaze Gang? I love the Gaze. It doesn't fit in a lot of decks I want to play. I don't build those kind of decks, but I'm a fan of Gaze. Legacy Delver being 1/3 of cards printed in the last 2 years says a lot about current design. Well, that's a lot of Modern Masters sets, though. You know how broken Snapcaster Mage was? I mean, Snapcaster's not broken for Standard, though, right? It's good, but it's not broken. I mean, it's way above rate for current Standard design, for sure. So, I guess that's true. I really hope they don't turn to Eidolon here. I remember. I remember. Don't Eidolon, please. Want a deep analysis? Yeah, I mean, I want a good burn spell. Like, I want a Firebolt. Honestly, like, what are the best cheap spells in Standard? Because, like, I can't imagine Snapcaster Mage would actually be too good. So, Thraben Inspector gives me Metallic Rebuke plus a counter, but Esper Sentinel gives me a card plus a counter. Expressive, the Shock, the one with the scry if you send it upstairs. And there's Frostbite, I guess. Yeah. And they did put Delver in, so Snapcaster Mage might actually have been a... Jiggy, are you a juggalo, are they called? Jiggy, are you a jug? Is Jiggy a jug? Thank you, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, for teaching me the term juggalo. Good friend of yours? That's hysterical. Are they required to be overweight, or is that just, like, always they are portrayed as such? Riftbolt rats. Clearly don't know enough about the culture. Alright, so I think I go Thraben Inspector here. I can still counter and have 2 blocks. It's a trope. Yeah, I feel. I haven't met a juggalo since high school. That's probably for the best of your quality of life. I'm firing shots for no reason. I have no particularly ill will towards these people. They're the counter of Maga health-wise? What? I don't think you understand which direction Maga shoots health in. This is a stack. Alright, there's the land I wanted. Where's this actually pointed? At my face? That's incredibly rude. I'm blocking these Swift Spears with 1 Thraben. An actual removal spell doesn't bother me so much. Yeah, Living End is a dick. Yeah, well, it's counter on one of the axis, Vija. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment, Jig. I don't mind Rhinos so much, but, do we go off next turn? No, I have a tap land only. Damn it. Reducing my artifact count is annoying. So I think I play Thopter Foundry this turn. Yeah, as far as I understand it, that's the case, Kaya. I'm just giving them shit for no good reason. Play Sword and Prey? I don't really think it matters which one I do, except that Thopter Foundry has more play to it than... Sword does less than what Thopter Foundry does. More downside if it dies? I mean, yes. But if I run into a burn player who's main decking Prismatic Ending, yeah, that's probably on me. Okay, that's a really good draw. Okay, perfect. I'm a swell amigo. Well, thank you, Jen and I. Non-token. That's fine. I don't have to block here, right? Yeah, but if... Yeah, exactly. I want a Thopter for next turn, but I'll sack the hole to... I need to flip the mana there and sack the hole. I meant to do that, and I clicked through it. Alright, let's top deck a land. Yeah, this is still worth playing. So I could die, but it's somewhat unlikely. It's not that unlikely. It definitely mattered. I could have played in such a way to be okay there. But we win anyway now. Death is always a possibility. What is not dead may die. That which is not dead may die. That which has no life cannot die. There we go. Through strange somethings, even death may die. Alright. People die when they're killed. Listen, guns don't kill people. Dangerous... Wait, hold on. What is that quote from? Remember, kids, guns don't kill people. Dangerous minorities do. What the hell was that from? Yeah, Strange Aeons. There you go. Alright, it's been a minute. Here we go. This is the cycle. Jen and I. I'm going to put myself to 20 here just for funsies. Enjoy, Burn Deck. Enjoy. Is this player also playing Fracturing Gust? Let's find out. Aww! I was just going to go to 20. You got a pretty rift bolt there, boy. Apparently Norway had a bow attack recently. That is a statement. So don't need Relic. Don't need Needle. Needle can hit a Roiling Vortex. No, it's the matter is not how much damage could be done with a bow and arrow, which is significant. It's the fact that someone would use a bow and arrow on a human being. Like, it just sounds like one of those things that's just so unlikely to happen. Like, the kind of person who learns to use a bow and arrow, though, I think I could imagine them. I feel like it's a lot of, like, you know, What do they call them? Private militia people and hunters. Yeah, exactly. Florida man would definitely be. All right. It's not the muddle because I want to be able to tutor for my combo pieces. Maybe just one of the Springleafs. I learned how to use a bow, but not an arrow. Didn't want to pay extra for that lesson. Got it. This stand is good. Oh no, I'm sure it's fun, Alex. I mean, in Boy Scouts, I learned to shoot a gun. It's like objectively speaking, it was a fun thing to do. Target shooting was super, super fun. But much like axe throwing, well, it's not about non-objectively speaking. It's just like guns in the right context are fun and interesting, but it doesn't mean that anyway. Right. But burning yourself cooking, in theory, is actually an easier way to injure yourself than with most guns. Not that I'm on the pro-gun side of things, just... Okay, so we need to get to turn... I need to get further in this game, but I also want to try to play around Smash to Smithereens, and I think I can't do both. I think we play Saga and Smith here. And then next turn I'm making a construct, and then the turn after I'm making a construct. I mean, I would. That's probably not even true, Jig. But again, that goes into a whole... I'm getting into a pro-gun argument, which I'm not actually intending to do. Can I take this? I mean, I shouldn't. But Carrie and Lich, again, my point is not that I'm not trying to actually be pro-gun at all. I'm just saying within the right context, they're fun, but like there's no excuse for personal gun ownership on the level that many countries have. You're super pro-gun. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, Vija, that is definitely a thing. Although mostly with men. That's a fun fact. Women are, by some ludicrous percentage, less likely to kill themselves with a gun. That fact isn't fun at all. Okay, maybe not a fun fact. My bad. My bad. I didn't mean to make light of anything. Sorry. I don't know. I find that's pretty interesting, though. Like, that it's actually that significant. Because it had to do with natural gas ovens in England versus town gas. What was it called? City gas versus town gas. Okay, so Helix is theoretically a problem if I was actually interested in racing them here. I'm not, so this is fine. This is actually not a Mord deck. This is from Contra Ego, who is the internet's foremost Urza player right at the moment. Am I dead? Boros Charm Bolt? There's the Bolt. Got the Boros Charm? Please? God, I hate burn nut draws so much. I hate burn nut draws so much. They're just, like, 0 cards remaining in hand, I die there. Goodness gracious. You ever those games where you win on game 1 and you're like, wait, was my opponent playing? Not because you didn't see stuff, just because you were not paying attention. Kind of. Who's the 5 most Urza player? At this point, probably Eli Cassis. I'm just making up. I know he has at some point played Urza. I think it's ADHD. Could be that. That causes you not to know. So, Pathway, Island, yeah, okay, hand's good. No Eidolon on the play is. You think this is Van Halen? This is not Van Halen. Van Halen, not Van Hagar. Crap, what is the name of that? What is the... Oh, Joe Dirt. That's the name of that movie. Joe Dirt. God. What's his name's greatest work? God, he played Cusco. Anyone? Help me out here. David Spade. There we go. Knew I'd get there. Alright, so I do not want to play Joe Dirte. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, David Spade was Cusco. Did you not know David Spade was Cusco? Yeah. Come on now. Cuscotopia. Yeah, go back and listen to it. It's very obvious. It is not subtle. That Seth Green was in Without a Paddle. Wasn't he one of like the lead people who was in that? I don't remember its existence very well, but I feel like the answer is yes. I mean, I barely remember that movie existed, but I feel like he's one of the main characters. But I also feel like most people don't remember that movie existed for good reason. Yeah, his face is on the poster. I assume so. Alright, so... Alright, we're gonna take it. Yes, Kickstart My Heart is by Motley Crue people, not by Van Halen. And Double Rift Bolt. They're doing something. Okay, so if they have Shatter, was it? No, Smash Smithereens. Portable Hole's bad here. Also with the way my mana is, Portable Hole's not great here. So let's take 2, bounce the Eidolon. Probably means I have to take 2 again from it at some point, but it gives me more time to hit stuff. We can fire this off now. It's funny how much I hear about the music here being like really, really good compared to a lot of other streams, and then when I do go to watch a lot of other streams, I'm like, oh, it's like always like horrible meme music or metal of some variety. Oh yeah, robot music sucks. Yeah, the robot with lo-fi chill hop. Yeah, that stuff drives me nuts. Oh, I understand that a game maker, but I'm just like a lot of those streams are so tiny, like they're never gonna get hit. Whoa, Ting Feng Wan. I like some meme music, but some of it is horrible and unlistenable. Some of it is gnarly. I'm not talking about the gotchi? Is that what it's called? In particular. They gave me the card. So what if I play Thopter Foundry, then sack my Darksteel Citadel to gain 1 life so that my Seachrome Coast comes into play untapped? Is that genius or is that nonsense? Can't tell if genius or nonsense. I assume that they were mostly going through with algorithmic censoring. As far as is my understanding of Game Maker, they don't catch you live, because if they were, I would be muted right now. Right? It mutes the VODs, and it mutes them real fast. But apparently the technology does not exist for computers to go through it live. I'm sure if the stream is big enough, that is the case. But so no matter what, I need to... what we're going to do this turn is play Thopter Foundry, probably sack the Bauble to gain life, and play another land. Razortide Bridge is better. I'm going to sack the Bauble now to gain life, because they could have Skullcrack. They're probably just going to play the Eidolon here. Yeah, I've never seen a live stream get muted because of DMCA music at Game Maker. I'm sure it's possible. And I know bigger companies that have done live streams. There was the Metallica thing, right? When Twitch had to mute some live stream that had Metallica on it into some DMCA music, like some DMCA free music, which was hysterical to watch the recording of. Some event had Metallica on to play live and somehow didn't have the rights to their music. I like Metallica. I think they're trying their best. That's cute. Herman Lee from Dragon Force got banned for playing his own music on stream. This is the world we live in. So, because I think I have to be able to sacrifice both the artifacts I have now, I think I pass here, unfortunately. Spear? Okay. Crap. Okay, so we can live here. Actually, they don't have a good attack. And then I can bounce Eidolon and Portable Hole. And then play Stoneforge. And maybe that gets me there. Couldn't they have attacked and been able to kill you in response? Yes. Yes, they could have. Now you think it with portals. I don't know why. I just like I love that tagline for just like all-purpose usage. Zing. Hold on a second. Oh. Someone walked into the unit here, then realized they were in the wrong place, and I heard them going into the unit next door being like, "We went into the wrong place. They had their door unlocked." Angry K's, thanks for fall there. And a Game Maker 2. Alright, let's bounce, see what we draw. Another Seachrome Coast. Definitely my favorite. Stoneforge. Does the deck have... That's Shadowspear, right? It does do. Drum. Spear. And I can attack with the Thopter. Because they're either drawing a burn spell that immediately kills me, or they could draw a haste creature, but then I left the Thopter back to block it. Not profitably, of course. So there's a very good chance we're dead anyway. Nope. And they let me know. Thanks, opponent. The hell just happened? Wait, what? Oh, they put Luris in their hand. Oh my god. Luris is relevant! Ah! It actually is, though. Okay, that's sick. So... Spear in the sword? Equip sword. Equip the Shadowspear. So they'd need one hell of a draw to kill me from here. So they can go Luris into Swiftspear. So they need to draw Bolt or the other one, and that would kill me. Any 1 mana 3 damage spell kills me here, but not Skewer the Critics, not Rift Bolt. Lava Spike, that's the card. So Lava Spike or Bolt literally kill me here. Yeah, nothing else is even close, I think. Smash Smithereens would be bad. Really bad. Guide? Yep. Oh, this means Skewer would kill me. I forgot there was a Goblin Guide. Alright. With what hands is the Thopter holding a spear and a sword? It doesn't. You just strap them on. The token is into toy play, so it doesn't mind strap-ons. Moving the equipment doesn't matter. I can go Stoneforge into Kaldra, put the Kaldra into play, and force them to block with Luris. Just in case they kill this during combat? No, I want the blocker afterwards in case. Alright. I don't know what they were doing, but I'm okay with it. Ew, ew. How many Timbits is too many to eat in one day? 20? Like 10 is probably okay. That's like a donut and a half worth, I assume. You got 50 this morning. For the office, right? And by morning, you mean at like 3 in the afternoon, right? Yeah, they're donut holes. By office, you mean desk, right? Oh, man. Yeah, I can't keep that. Yeah, it's much better. Keep this, ship the Urza. We'll find one when we need it. Yeah. Oh, crap. Damn it, Spike, why? Why'd you wish this evil on me? Alright, hopefully they at least have to give us a card before they start wrecking me. Oh! What? Is it actually... Oh my god. Brutality. Ugh. Jesus. It's life total control. And they're playing Searing Blaze. Fuck. God, I hate 2 power 1 drop into Searing Blaze. It is the worst. Huh. Sounds nice, Jacob. I guess I could get a Nettle Cyst that's not useless. I guess I could just get Shadowspear again. Yeah, it probably makes more sense than most things. And then we have a second Stoneforge Mystic if I need it. I seem to be very dead this game, so yes. Incredibly. He's not as cool as Tom Waits, though, Jacob. Tom Waits was in one of my favorite movies, Seven Psychopaths. Oh, I should have played the drum first. Crap, and now I put myself in... Yeah, okay. Should have played the drum, then the Sentinel, then the... Yeah. Was in The Postman? Or if I'm remembering the movie correctly, Postman. How will they ever pay for the tax on my Esper Sentinel? With their stolen wealth? Alright, opponent. Untap Boros Charm Bolt. We all know the drill. They drew a card? No, that's not how this goes. Rift Bolt. No, this isn't right at all. What are you doing, opponent? I'm supposed to be dead. There was meant to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Shard Volley. Hey, Jacob, do you think they sacrificed a mountain to play this card? I mean, they did, but... I've attacked you. Take 2. Okay, we're getting a Nettle Cyst on this one. Just because I need a creature. Sideshow Cecil? David Hyde Pierce. Niles from Frasier. I'm a 1. Seriously? Again? Alright. The tap lands, though. So if I fetch to play Nettle Cyst... So because I missequenced earlier, I don't have this down, which has been annoying the whole way along. But if I fetch to play the Nettle Cyst, I'm dead to double creature. No, not if they're both... Or not if one of them's a Swift Spear. Also, this deck probably plays DRC. If I fetch... They don't play any 2 damage burn spell that goes upstairs. There's just no reason not to do this. Here's my 5/5. Yep. Alright, opponent. There's no way you don't have the kill. Yeah, good. Oh, they showed me it was the last card in hand. You gotta love that. 1 Charm, destroy 5 lands. You're a good person, Kaya. Burn, huh? So I don't need Relic. Guess I'll take some dispatches. Oh. This is not such a happy story, Kaya. I guess I'll keep Pithing Needle for their cycle lands. That game, the opponent would have been really screwed if their cycle lands hadn't been able to cycle. Okay, very light sideboarding against burn, but I feel like that's the way this deck is built. Like, we're just not supposed to be afraid of burn. I think I flooded a bit last game, so... I don't feel too poorly about the way it went. This hand is not good. There's no blue mana. I feel like this is a really good way to die. That's better. Not much better, but it's better. I actually really hate having Prismatic Ending in my hand on the play. Like, obviously it's a good card to have, like, anytime. But one of those funny play pattern things of, like, Prismatic Ending is better when you can use it on a 2-drop on your second turn most of the time. Kaldra Compleat. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, deck. Should I shock to get this Smith in this turn? Probably. Run that record into the ground. That's my suggestion. I kind of need the land, so we'll take the land. Not being able to pump the Smith this turn sucks, but no play is terrifying. So everything in your hand is burn, eh? No matter what, I can't have Metallic Rebuke live here. Unless I just play nothing. just pass here. See if I top deck a land. And at minimum next turn we can play the sword and trigger the smith. Well, that's unfortunate. They're just F6'd? What? Or they F5'd or whatever it's called? F2'd? F2'd. I hate that card. Ah! Why is it so good? Alright. Well. Very big trouble. Oh, come... Not one haste creature? Come on, give me. You gotta give me something. They didn't. They don't. Alright. Well... I guess I can attack. Zug zug. I know I have a Yorion to grab, but I need to keep... I mean, I don't need to keep the dispatch up, but I think I'm in a better place if I do. Helix is fine. They give me a card? That's not fine. Skullcrack. This is very much not fine. Alright, when the opponent plays their next spell and they don't pay the tax, we're definitely going to draw a counter, right? Right? That's what Jacob would do. Come on. What? Riftbolt? What are you doing? Oh, it's Skewer. Well, I know exactly what they have in hand. Well... yeah, then. All right. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, be-dee-dee-doo. I could still gain as much life if I do this. They have Lava Spike on top. I am very, very dead. I don't know if there's anything I can draw that prevents it. That's not it. Alright, should be dead. Should be 110% dead. Ah! Double Smith trigger pog. You know what's funny? If I had been attacking more aggressively with Smith earlier in the game, it's possible we could have won it. But so we've split against Burn, crushed Esper Stoneblade, and lost to... what was that first one? Oh, Etron. Yeah. Turns out when they just draw a card in the Great Creator, it's real bad for us. Yeah. Yep. I love this deck for these hands alone. Kahira? Alright. I'll shock on one against a Kahira. Because this means I get double blue. Exactly, horny vegan. Sometimes bad things do happen to good people. Oh, thanks, opponent. This is elementals, though. Boo earns. I don't know if people have an official nickname for Ingenious Smith, but I'll let the people know that Will is available. Yeah. Yeah, I do want that. You're against that burn player now? That burn player. Muldrifter. Sure. The Wills have it. Alright. I can play that Urza next turn. We're going to skip the construct to disrupt their mana. I have to play this. That's fine. Yeah. I think it's worth skipping the construct here to disrupt their mana. Like, I'm like 100% sure this is the correct play. Because I would rather not have them Omnath this turn. It's hammer time! Double cavern. Double caverns across the sky. Second Muldrifter. That is not a fast hand, opponent. My opponent is playing limited. That is what has happened this game. What's that Muldrifter art? It's probably a Magic Online promo. Let's play Aether Spellbomb to protect Urza. Yeah. F&M promo from the mid-2000s? Okay, that makes sense too. Oop, that one. Anyone think this turn was a little bit pog? I think my turn was small, slight pog. Like their turn of evoke Muldrifter better. Traitor. They just played their fourth land. Okay. Resolves. And then what? Okay. I was not expecting to beat elementals, but I actually think I want D-Sphere here because it messes with the ephemerate turns and the spell chaining turns. Dispatch, yes. Don't need Relic, don't need Needle. Oh, Jacob with the Vigigame music. Why does that Muldrifter have to be $15? Because Elementals is popular. Just get an old frame one. Just get a set of old frame ones. They're gorgeous. God, I love old. Just give me old frame everything. I'm getting these. I'm getting these in old frame. They're coming soon. Old frame with like ABU style text. I freaking love it. Maybe I don't want Damping Sphere here. Actually, no. Portable Hole has limited use, right? Yeah. I think even like Thraben Inspector. Old frame and new stock paper. It's actually not ISVIA or ESVIA. Vija. Damn it. Yes, Vija. If you go feel the old frame reprints, they feel more like old cards. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if they like literally went back to like the old ink or the old like process, or I don't know, but it is miraculous. They really do feel like the old cards. All right, let's see if we can hit our land here. Yeah, check it out. Seriously, it's pretty unreal. I was shocked. I didn't even notice until I was talking. I was like kind of ranting about the cardstock stuff, and then I actually like pulled one out of a sleeve, one of the new cards, and I was like, "See, wait, it feels just like the old cards." The new ones have like such a weird like waxy coating on them, but the old frame prints don't. Double Esper Sentinel. I fear my 2/1/1s. Risen Reef. This time they had one. Okay. I need the fetch land for Steam Vents to deal with this. I guess Stoneforge is the card that most forces them to play something, but if the something that they play is Fury, I'm screwed. Also, Kaldra Compleat's not particularly good here. Yeah, it is pretty incredible how the new card stock tends to warp fairly immediately. Where's my stack of modern? I think these are the Modern Horizons cards. The Modern Horizons 2 has been okay. It's the yeah, MH1 is... Oh, no, that's not MH1. Oh, no. Sorry. Oh no. Oof. Alright, we're not winning this game. Yeah. This was from Octopodes Rex. Octopodes Rex. Actually, let's get my portable holes back, I guess, since they're going to play Alpine Moon against us. All right, maybe they won't draw Cavernous Holes. Oh, opponent actually took a mulligan. That's nice. I was not expecting the full-on Screamo. Or, I guess, growling? It's more growling. Oh, nah, it's not real. This is kind of more screamy. It's quite the duet. Exactly. So again, lands are a problem, which is always fun. But because they haven't shown us Cavern yet, let's pretend like we get to Metallic Rebuke here. If they play Risen Reef. I should have played Thraben Inspector first, but I was hoping they would play a non-creature spell last turn that would have gotten taxed. Alright. Here to hand. Well, flip me sideways. Hey, how's it going, Min? Yeah, this just sucks loud, huh? I had a lot of trouble drawing lands in this deck. Growlmo. God, I hate it when my opponent does this. I'm just not going to play anything ever. What? How are you going to win? Don't worry about it. But unfortunately, it's very functional because, like, if I tap out to play Stoneforge, tap out, like, it's going to be disaster, so... Uh-huh. Okay. Elementals. I know I kept a pretty hand, but I don't deserve to get Furied like this. And yet, Furied I shall be. Alright. Alright. I mean, there's no way I can win this game from here, but just for the sake of showing people what's going to happen, let's go through the motions. I grabbed Kaldra here because if by some miracle my creature doesn't die, this is the most likely thing to get us through this. It's not actually likely because they play 4 Solitudes in their 60-card deck that draws a million cards, but it would be, in theory, the way you go through this. All right, so Helix. So not even using their good removal yet. Mm-hmm. 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 You know, actually, I said I was going to do it. I can't. I can't. I can't. So, this did not feel particularly better or worse than the blue-white Urzablade lists I've played before, with the one notable exception of, I guess, I do think that putting the infinite combo with Urza and Thopter Foundry feels clunkier. No, this is exactly as clunky as all the blue-white Urzablade lists I have played have felt. But with the advantage of it being 80 cards and you being able to put in the Thopter Foundry and Sword of the Meek combo. Because in 60 cards, fitting that with the rest of the stuff was like not worth doing when your main deck sort of fair plan was so good, and that putting in Thopter Foundry and Sword of the Meek in most cases wasn't worth doing. I feel like in the 80 card version you get to sneak it in without it being a problem. Plus, you often, not often, but you do theoretically have enough mana for Yorion to be relevant, even though it didn't come up in the matches we played. Yorion is definitely like really good with Urza, just generally speaking. So, this is clunky because these decks are by nature very clunky compared to Hammer Time, for example, or Affinity, which is all in on this kind of stuff that it's doing. This deck just can't have the explosive starts because it's not playing the 0-drop creatures with the Springleaf Drums. So it's a tough sell. I would guess Elementals is generally a pretty poor matchup for this deck. But maybe I'm approaching it totally wrong. Like, maybe Elementals is a matchup where you're supposed to, like, go, like, 12 sideboard cards and take out most of your small creatures. I don't think that could possibly work for this deck, but Contra Ego is a very interesting brewer of Urza decks and does put out videos on a YouTube channel with the name Contra Ego. So I'll have that linked in the YouTube video for this, so that anyone who's interested can check that out. That's going to be it for me tonight. It's just a short stream because I'm going to be back at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in 7 hours and 15 minutes to play the PTQ. So that's going to be a whole thing. I'm going to try to get enough sleep before that. I definitely won't. But yeah, no problem, Kaya. Thanks, Bri.